Apple doesn't communicate features, they talk about benefits. For the simple reason that this makes people feel something. You might remember when they launched the first iPod. I wouldn't say it was anything groundbreaking, it was okay. And if all they'd done was to just say, look, we've got a new MP3 player, it's got 5 gigabytes of storage, I don't think anyone would have cared. But the angle Apple took was, this product will give you 1,000 songs in your pocket. Think about that line. And when you think about it, you're probably not thinking anymore about a dull box and storage capacities. You're thinking about your own playlist and flicking through it on your iPod with your favorite song being blasted through your ears. And the final thing Apple does to make things simple for their customers is Apple pretends other brands don't exist. They don't mention other companies, they don't compare benchmark scores to Samsung. All they say is that this model is a certain percent faster than the last model, and that's all you need to know. It changes the question in their head of which phone do I buy to which iPhone do I buy? And for the people who are already in that ecosystem, it creates lock-in. It means that from the point when you buy your first iPhone, the only decision you have to make from that point onwards is, do I buy this iPhone or do I wait until the next year? And Apple does the exact same thing with its ecosystem products. They act like AirPods are the only earphones on the planet, that the Apple Watch is the only watch you could possibly consider buying. It's almost like they live in a parallel universe where the only tech products that exist are Apple products. Apple currently has 6 main subscriptions on offer. You've got Apple Arcade and Apple TV Plus, which are $5 a month each. You've got Apple Music, News Plus, and iCloud, which are $10 a month each. And then the iPhone upgrade program, where you always get the latest iPhone, is going to cost you around $50 a month. Add these up, that's $90 a month, which across 2 years is $2,160. And after all that, you still don't own the phone. If you want to keep it, you pay for it. But this is Apple's big dilemma. Their past strategy doesn't fit perfectly into this new future. If you want to sell a subscription to people, you've got to get your device into as many people's hands as possible. But Apple hasn't really done this. If anything, Apple has purposefully sold their phones to fewer people to keep things simple. Apple could have made 50 different phones for every single possible price point, but they didn't because they wanted to focus on a few models and really control the end user experience. The main entry point into these services has been the iPhone. The iPhone would lead people into Apple Music, Apple News, and also other Apple products. The Watch, AirPods, the iPad. But because the iPhone was expensive, and because it was the only real main entry point, Apple needed more of a flow into their services. So they introduced iOS 14 and the new iPhone SE. They somewhat gave up the simplicity and the control they'd worked so hard to create in order to make the iPhones more accessible. And instead of just relying on the iPhone, Apple's now made its other products more distinct and more able to stand on their own 2 feet. They've turned the iPad from just a big iPhone into a computer with its own iPadOS operating system. They've turned the watch from an iPhone accessory to an independent smartwatch with its own app store. And most people would say it's not just the best smartwatch for if you have an iPhone, it's the best smartwatch full stop. Apple's about to make a Mac that's far better than any Mac before, and one that might just be cheaper. You see it, right? The iPhone is no longer a bottleneck.